Brand new restaurant helping to breathe life back into one of Chicago's historic neighborhoods. We're going to meet the business owner who's pushing for Bronzeville's revitalization one bite at a time. And as Chicago welcomes the NFL draft to the city, we'll meet an athlete who's overcome incredible obstacles to fight for his dream. A local dance studio is teaching steps for success on stage and off. We'll meet the director and find out where you can see them perform. It's all ahead on today's People to People. Welcome to today's People to People. I'm your host, Micah Mater. The Bronzeville neighborhood is a part of the Chicago that historians will tell you was a cultural and economic hub for the city's African Americans. But over the years, things have changed. Now business owners who call the area home are joining efforts to bring Bronzeville back. One of those men, Cliff Rome, who owns 5 businesses in that area. With him, food and beverage director Ed Lipnickus. I hope I said that correctly, Ed. And also a young chef's Cliff's mentors, future restaurant owner, Gabrielle Curry. Wow, that's excellent. We're going to give you that title already. Thanks a lot for coming in, guys. First of all, tell us about the businesses that you own, because you've really done a lot over in that area, haven't you? Yeah,
well, you know what? We've been working for about 15 years to be part of that revitalization of the south side of Chicago. So it all started with Rome's Joy Catering. After we closed Deschwa, I wound up starting a company called Rome's Joy, and it was really out of just trying not to go back into the restaurant industry. But then I said, well, I want to still be in the industry, but I want my own business. Yeah. So we started that, and I started out of the house, right? And I was fortunate enough to meet my now business partner, Eileen Rhodes, and she was in the process of doing this revitalization of Bronzeville as well. And the Parkway Ballroom was a project that she was working on. So collectively, we started to work on that through the tutelage and the leadership of our mentor, Elsie Higginbottom, and said, hey, listen, I know you know a lot about cooking. Now we're going to teach you about construction. So we brought back the Parkway Ballroom in 2002. It actually opened to the public. And we've been moving straight ahead ever since. Now,
you mentioned the Parkway Ballroom. That was the place for African-American elite to hang out.
Right.
Oh, they had all of their events were in the Parkway Ballroom.
Well, so remember, this happened like in the 1940s, right? End of the 30s, early 40s. So as African Americans, you could not go downtown. Right. So in Bronzeville, Black Metropolis, South Parkway, that was the south side of Chicago. It's kind of like your it was your downtown. It was your Harlem. Right. So you had all of those entertainers or professional individuals, entrepreneurs. They lived in Bronzeville. So it was a vibing, popping industry at the time. And for over the years, it kind of lost its gliss and its gliss. You know, obviously, blacks were allowed to come downtown, and they started moving that way. But you decided to buy this and be involved in this with Elsie, because why this and why not go downtown? You know, why stay in that area? Well, I mean, I'm from the south side of Chicago, right? I'm from Inglewood. So we had to make a conscious decision to come to the south side of Chicago. Although the part of my fabric and culinary had been fine dining. Right. I wanted to bring that fine dining twist to the south side. Because you've been all over the world. Yeah. And a lot of people will come back and they'll open something on Michigan Avenue or something like that. There was a true need to have businesses happen again on the south side of Chicago. So after making a conscious decision to do that, we just started to kind of chip away at that, and start to build those businesses so we could have something back in our community. Because in the 40s, you had this place where there were proms, cotillions. Right. I mean, we talked to a historian, Timuel Black, and he said if you stood on the corner of 47th Street long enough, you'd see any entertainer. You see Duke Ellington, you can see Ella Fitzgerald, a little of everybody walking around there. Now, this is Gabrielle. We said she's a future restaurateur. You're working with Peaches, your new restaurant, I might add, and you're doing other things. You're from Chicago? Yes, I am. Does it make you feel good to work in the neighborhood? It does. It really does. I was very surprised to meet him and see all of his restaurants and everything that he had going on in the area. I was very surprised. Does it make you feel proud that this is an area that's starting to bustle again? Yeah, I was, once I got the job, I was, tweeting and on Facebook, posting, because Peaches have a Facebook page. So I would share posts and things like that. And all of my friends, they were just like, where's the restaurant? I'll give them the address. And, everybody was surprised that it was a
nice brunch restaurant because they're so used to me working downtown.
Right. It's a jewel that a lot of people don't know about it. And Ed, I talked to you because you're from New York. You're not even from Chicago. But to not work, and you say you've been in France, which is where you met Cliff. So you come back to Chicago, but you don't work in the high district area. You work in Bronzeville.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good opportunity. I was one of the original people to open Parkway with Cliff, and I left about 12, 13 years ago and traveled a bit and worked in many different cities and states. And a couple months ago, I was talking with him about taking some time off, and he said, "No, I don't think so. I think you're coming home."
Exactly.
He was opening Peaches, and he had opened H-Dogs, and he wanted me to be part of Parkway again. So, so it was just a good opportunity, and I decided, to pack up my bag and my car and come back to Chicago.
Has it worked out well for you?
It has, it has.
What do you want to see more of? I mean, this isn't it. There's more to come, right?
Oh, no. I mean, listen, the whole thing is we're just chipping away at it, right? So the goal is to be able to occupy most of the corners in Brownsville.
Because you're at 47th now.
We're at 47th and we're at 45th
Street. Each of the corner. Yeah, you're kind of like all over. Yeah, okay. So you want to move, what more things, what more could be over there, should be over there, I should say?
Well, I mean, we want to bring hospitality back. Yeah. Right? The reality is you won't be something for everybody, right? So you have to pick. So our goal is to be able to try to bring back restaurants, because that's a form of entertainment that everyone can enjoy.
Everybody goes to restaurants.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you can bring back a variety of those things, then you start to attract other businesses, which then, more and more individuals start to come. That increases tourism, etc. Jobs.
Yeah, well,
that's most important.
You mentioned jobs. I mean, we see what's going on in Baltimore. We see what's going on all across the country in these urban areas, and a lot of them say there are no jobs, the economy, blah, 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 blah. But you're revitalizing this to bring jobs to the neighborhood. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yes, yes. I spoke a little bit about my mentor. His vision has become my vision. It's really about employing people who live in the community, people who look just like us, giving them a fighting chance. Because a lot of times you don't realize how much a person actually needs to work and wants to work until they get into the environment, and then their attitude changes.
Exactly. So, Gabrielle, where will you build your restaurant?
I would do Hyde Park.
Hyde Park area?
Yeah.
She meant to say Bronzeville.
I want to
That's what she really meant to say.
Bronzeville, North Kenwood, that area.
And all these areas need a little extra boost, don't they?
Something
thank you all for coming. Nice. All right, Ed, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Gabrielle and Cliff. I love you. When we return, Cliff is going to share one of his popular recipes from Peach's brunch menu, just in time for Mother's Day.